foundation. Come on, everyone.
Let's go.
EBC, Steve here, FlipSideCT, and my last video I showed some vinyl finds from a record show I went to in Cromwell, Connecticut. So check it out, cool finds. This one I did go to a record show. I'm not going to say I had to convince myself, but I just felt this show was too good for me. I always have fun because the vendors are always different here, and that's the goal when you want to go to a show. You don't want to go to a repetitive same place. You want to go to different ones where you got, some new vendors so you can see the new stuff that they have, and that works. So I just got a few. I didn't want to go too crazy. Ran into a few people there, and it was great to talk to the vendors and folks. Some VC members. Really cool. Just to talk about some of my finds here. So I talked about a band from Ireland prior, Derry, Ireland, I believe. So in the punk era time frame, say 1975, a lot of pub rock. This band was playing. They put out a single called Teenage Kicks, I think it was. And John Peel got a hold of it, loved it, played it, and they became a really big success. The band is called the Undertones. This is their debut album called The Undertones, self-titled. This is just all around cool, if you call it punk, power punk. I just enjoy it. It's fun, it's happy. And they're really talented, and it's real enjoyable. Looking for this one on my list. If you look at lists of punk albums to get, this could be in the top 20 for some of the lists. It's it's all depending on who's making the list. So I would put this in the top 20. This one, very fun, very good band.
Comes Eddie in a brand new car, driving like that he won't get far, kissing in the backseat all the way home. You can't do that if you're on your own. What else can you do if the girls don't like it? And what else can you do if the girls don't like it?
Okay, so I do have a soft spot, and I mentioned in the past videos when I do get Pete Townshend's records. He has a series of things called Scoop 2, Scoop 3. From 1987, and I'm not sure where 2 is from, but I think 2001 Scoop 3 came out. That's a little tougher to find, and the prices are a little higher. This was $5. I just love Pete's voice. I love his talent. He is one of the most brilliant. I'm not telling you too much that you don't know, but if I had to pick a draft pick for a producer musician, he would probably be my first if I was going to make an album. I would. Pete is just so good on what he could pull together and what he did pull together. But Scoop is songs from '64 to about Face Dances, outtakes, demos, songs that haven't even been released. quality is really good on most of these. So he has little write-ups on each of the stories. As you can see, there's this artwork. Some of the songs on here, you know, So Sad About Us, Squeezebox, Dirty Water, just some piano from Quadrophenia, Behind Blue Eyes, sung by him. I always heard some of these songs on YouTube, and I said, where the heck did they get in these? Because I just, you know, when Roger sings, it's great, but when I hear Pete sing, it's just better for me. I mean, Roger's fantastic, don't get me wrong. So anyway, a lot of cool. Love Reign Over Me is played on here. If there had to be a rock and roll vault and I had to put 10 songs in, that would be one of them. It just does everything for me. It moves me to everywhere. So Behind Blue Eyes was really interesting. As I said, he does these are in studios that he either lived in or he visited or whatever, and it's just like him yapping and talking.
This is a valuable Pete Townsend recording with traffic noises in the back, and it's a collector's item, so it must be.
It's really cool albums. So Behind Blue Eyes, it says, another Lifehouse song. I remember my wife saying she liked this one from the kitchen below after I had finished the harmony vocals. So he was doing a demo of it, and that's just really, that tells me a lot. So each of the songs have a write-up. If you see Scoop, I forgot which one I always had, and I figured I just got to get this already. And always saw it, and I just haven't picked it up until now. And my gosh, is it really fun. This band, some of you love them, some of you hate them, some of you don't care, whatever. Post-punk, you know, from the late 70s, early 80s, the band's New Order. I love the guitarists. I talk about this. They really influenced me back in the early 80s playing guitar. This album is their first one right after the death of Ian Curtis. And it does have Joy Division sound. And some people, you know, just gave them hell because of that. You know what? This is New Order. This is what they sounded like at the moment. And this is what they gave you. And it's just great. I don't care who it sounds like, trying to be Ian or not. It's just a wonderful album in a sense that they were without Ian Curtis and starting a new phase in life. The interesting story about this album, when I bought it, in fact, Peter Hook, the bass player, has a new book, which I ordered, and it's going to be about the songs and how they made things and the instruments they used, and that really intrigues me. And I knew I needed this, along with a few others. And so when I got to the show, and I'm looking through a guy's vendor, and he goes, I haven't priced these yet. Who needs a New Order album? And he said, I said, give it. So he didn't price it yet. We gave a real fair price on this. I feel like I made out pretty well. I'm sure he made some profit on it. This is their first album. Small Faces. This is just a comp. A few dollars here. You gotta have it. And I am catching up. I don't own any of this band. I know a lot of you know about it. I know I'm way behind, so bear with me. The album is called Hole of the Mountain Grill. Does that ring a bell for anybody? Well, it's Hawkwind. I think their fourth one, and it's really supposed to be really good, and it was really good. It delivered. I get it. Proggy, the band looks like they're having a hell of a time. They must have every day must have been a blast when they're on tour or playing, recording. I really enjoyed this. I will get some more. I'm behind the 8 ball. This is from '74, and it had a little cutout. That's about it, folks. Thank you so much, and we'll see what happens next week.